Laker fans, welcome to another preview video. Quick turnaround here with the Lakers getting back in action on the second night of the back-to-back, playing the Pelicans. But first, we got to talk about the tough loss of the Warriors. Sucks losing to the Warriors. It was a game that the Lakers really could have cemented themselves with, having beat the Grizzlies and then the Rockets and then the Warriors. I still believe, though, if you would have given the Lakers a choice of being 2-1 in that three-game stretch, they still would have taken it. But sucks. The Lakers left a lot out there. I think it was a tough game. Luka had a bad night. He took ownership after the game, and I don't expect that to continue. Luka's a phenomenal player. He's been money for the team so far this year. He just had a bad night. He still had 19 points and affected the game. He just wasn't dominant. He wasn't dominant scoring and could never really get it going. I don't expect that to continue. Austin Reaves got it going late in the game with 20 points in the fourth. He was really a non-factor for the first three quarters, but then the fourth absolutely took over and was the reason the Lakers ran it. LeBron was really passive in the first half and then kind of realized that Luka and Reaves and these guys weren't getting it done at the time, so he kind of started taking over. Supporting cast didn't help. Gabe Vincent didn't have a good game. Dorian Finney-Smith did not have a good game. Just a little bit lackluster tonight. And the Warriors come out on fire. Got to give him credit. Podziemski was excellent. The Lakers were not getting a hand up in his face at all. Curry did what he did. Draymond hit some clutch threes. Moses Moody hit a couple clutch threes. So just inopportune. If the Lakers had gotten it going earlier, I think they might have won the game. It was also, and before anyone goes, I'm not pointing to the refs as why the Lakers lost, but it was a tightly officiated game tonight. Too tightly, honestly, both ways. It felt like it was hard to get a rhythm in the game because there were so many foul calls, especially in that third quarter. Felt like every time down, there was a foul call. Curry kicks his leg out. He gets the 3 free throws. They tee up Luka, which is absurd to me. And then it happens on the way down on the other end. So it was just kind of back to back to back all throughout the game, especially in that second and third quarter. And it felt like it was tough for the Lakers to get momentum because every time they started they would get a bucket and get a stop. They just couldn't really string it together because the game was getting stopped. And I think that did play into it a little bit. I think there were some iffy calls tonight, but again, we're not going to point to that. The Warriors deserve to win. They were a good team, hit the big shot at the end of the game. It sucks, again, though, the Lakers got it going too late because if they would have got it going a little bit earlier, they might have won the game. But at the end of the day, Lakers are still 3-1 in the season series against the Warriors. Yes, it would have been a massive win. First time that Jimmy Butler and Luka had played, the Warriors played excellent, and the Lakers almost won the game with Luka not playing very well and Austin Reaves not playing very well for the first three quarters, and honestly, LeBron not playing well for the first half. So, and Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent not hitting, they had an excellent game, and the Lakers really weren't firing on all cylinders. And, I mean, this stat right here, the Lakers bench was not very good. After 46 points and the win on Monday against the Rockets, they scored 7. So, to lose by 7, that tight of a game, have a chance to win off the steal, and the bench was that bad, I think the Lakers are going to be in a good place if they play them in a playoff series. So I wouldn't read too much into this game. But, yes, frustrating loss. Heading on to the Pelicans. We're not going to spend a ton of time on the Pelicans because I'm going to get to the standings update and kind of who to root for because we're so close to the end of the season now. The Pelicans are a shell themselves. This is a team that is trying to lose games, maybe not the players on the floor, but the ownership, they do not want to win games. They want to be in the lottery. They are in the lottery, but get a top 3 pick and try to kind of change the direction of their franchise. They shut down Zion Williamson. They shut down CJ McCollum. Trey Murphy got hurt. He's out for the year. Jordan Hawkins and Brandon Boston will not play in this game. So some of the guys on this list are they're going pretty thin on the bench, pretty thin on the depth chart there. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. Their last game was a loss to the Clippers. The starting lineup has some recognizable names. Jose Alvarado is kind of running the show. He gets a lot of run even when all those guys are healthy. He's a fun player to watch, kind of a throwback player. Really good defensively, can kind of chip in offensively at times. Had 17 points against the Clippers the other night. He's a fun player and really kind of the glue guy of the team when they're all there. But he's kind of thrust into a major offensive role now that all those guys are out. Bruce Brown, former Denver Nugget, former Toronto Raptor, has terrorized the Lakers before. He's kind of the running buddy now with Alvarado and Bruce Brown. Kelly Olynyk, a veteran forward center who's traveled around the league a lot, used to play for Boston. Yves Missy is a fun young player, young post player to watch. I expect him to have a big game in this one. They're probably going to force feed him the ball, especially going at Jackson Hayes. But he's a talented young player, and they kind of found something in him, in my opinion. Antonio Reaves rounds out the starting lineup. On the bench, this is where it gets very thin. These are all young players except for Elfrid Payton, who is 31 years old. Everyone else is 26 years old or younger. Jamal Cain, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, Keon Brooks Jr., or Carlo Makovich. Jamal Cain averaged about 3 points a game. Robinson-Earl about 6 points a game. So not the Lakers have, put it this way, the Lakers have no business losing this game. If they lose this game, the Lakers have major problems. Vegas is telling you what they think about this. The Lakers open as 13.5-point favorites. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually works itself up to 15 points by the time tip-off starts. The total came down from 221.5 to 219.5 for all you gamblers out there. And the Lakers are minus 1,200 on the money line to win this game. So game the Lakers should win. Ideally, in a perfect world, the Lakers would be blowing them out. And by halftime, we could get some of these guys some rest. But hey, it's the NBA. You never know. Alvarado, Bruce Brown, Olynyk. There's a lot of veteran guys there who could try to have a game of their life. But again, the Pelicans don't want to win this game. The Lakers cannot lose this game. End of story. So moving off that, because it's obviously a pretty thin roster. Standings update and who to root for Friday. So obviously want the Lakers to win. That's a given. And then the other big games, or I'll read the standings first. So the Rockets are second in this in the Western Conference. They are 3.5 games above the Lakers. The Nuggets are third. They are a half game above the Lakers. The Lakers sitting in fourth still. And then the Warriors, the Lakers are 1 game above the Warriors. They are 1.5 games above the Grizzlies, sitting sixth. They're also 1.5 games above the Timberwolves, sitting seventh, and 2 games above the Clippers, sitting eighth. So it's a lot to digest there. But looking at the team, so the Rockets, we've been going over it. They're 1-1 on the year. Probably going to be pretty hard to catch them on the 2 seed. It could still happen, given the Lakers got to play Oklahoma City twice. Not the best outlook there, but it will obviously even out on the game. So the 3.5, the half doesn't really matter. The Lakers can make that up, and they do play Houston one more time, so they could get a win there and gain a full game on them and the tiebreaker. But that's probably a tall task at this point in the stage. The Nuggets, 3rd seed, so they're a half game up in the Lakers, 2-2 on the season series on the year. But the good news for the Lakers is that then it goes to conference record. So the Nuggets conference record is 29-19. The Lakers conference record is 32-14. That's why another a win over the Pelicans is big. Western Conference opponent, want to get wins there. Obviously got Oklahoma City coming up, Houston, Dallas, and Portland. So all Western Conference teams here on out. The Lakers can at least go 3-3 in that, or 4-2. They will have a better conference record than the Nuggets, could sit 3 games worse than that. And the Warriors are right behind them. So the Lakers have a tiebreaker over the Warriors. They have a tiebreaker over the Grizzlies and the Clippers. Nuggets 2-2 on the year. The Rockets 1-1, and the Timberwolves as well. So the Lakers are sitting in a pretty good spot. They really are 2 games above the Warriors just because they're 1 game, but again, they have the tiebreaker. So they've been talking about on the broadcast, Denver plays the Warriors on Friday night. I'm thinking, I was kind of going back and forth on this. I know the Warriors are really hot right now, and they're gaining a lot of steam. I would probably still root for the Warriors because, again, they got to really jump the Lakers there. Ideally, they both could lose. That can't happen, unfortunately. But the Nuggets losing would be big. Again, another Western Conference loss for them. And I think the Lakers could really catch them. I don't know that Denver's not in a free fall, but they're not playing great basketball right now. I think they could really get after them. And then if Denver wins, it does help you in the sense that the Warriors get knocked back, but lessens your chances of getting that 3rd seed. The Mavs are playing the Clippers. The Clippers is about the last spot the Lakers could fall to, which is the 8th spot. So hopefully the Mavs, Anthony Davis, can do us a favor, get a win there. And Oklahoma City plays Houston. So if the Lakers want any chance at getting that 2 seed, definitely going to need Oklahoma City to win that game against Houston, knock them back. Because if the Lakers won, then they can make up a game there. And again, they play Houston down the stretch. So who knows? Lakers still got to play Oklahoma City twice. Tough schedule ahead. But I don't want to overreact too much to the loss against the Warriors. It sucks. It hurts. You wish you could have got the victory there. But I think the Lakers still sit in a good spot. I don't expect Luka to have too many more games like that. So I do think in a playoff series, the Lakers would still get them. The Warriors really needed all they had in this game and kind of barely squeaked by. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Alan's going to get you guys on his morning show crushing it, doing his thing, giving you all the Laker coverage you want, and then doing the post-game show at night. So after the Pelicans game, hopefully we're talking about a massive Laker blowout and not some crazy upset. So appreciate everybody for tuning in, and go Lakers.